Black.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Niagara College'da programlar, eğitim fırsatları ve Kanada'da kariyer imkanlarını Matthew'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Matthew, the stage is yours now.
Thank you. Hi, everyone, and welcome from Canada. I should say good afternoon, mostly coming from Turkey. It is morning here in Canada, but I'm happy to be with you today. And I'm going to share a little information about Niagara College. I'll share some information about myself as well, because it's important. So I've worked in many different places in international education. So if you have any questions about coming to Canada or traveling or anything, put them in the chat and I will get to them after. I will make my presentation short because I think questions are more important than me talking, okay? So I will, if you have questions, please put them in the chat because they're probably questions that other students have as well. So we can get everyone informed here. So lots of time for questions and I'll save those to the end. I'm seeing a lot of hellos. Hi, hello, how are you? So what I'll do is I'll get to my presentation and I once again, I will keep it short, but please get your questions in. They're the most important. All right. Here we go. Uh-oh, give me 1 second. I'm just going to try to pull my presentation up again. There we go. Okay. We are in the COVID era, so technical difficulties happen. I apologize for that. Anyway, welcome to Niagara College, Canada. We are a very popular college for international students. We have a lot of Turkish students, a lot of students from all over the world, which I will get to later. But yeah, well, we're just outside of Toronto. So Niagara is a very good place to live. It's close to the bigger city, but it doesn't cost as much. So if parents are listening out there, yeah, it doesn't cost as much to live in Toronto. So I will get to that later. I am going to play a short video for all of you. I hope it works. Zeynep, let me know if this plays okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you like that video. And the reason why I show that is it's very important to know what's going on at a college. And the most important thing about Niagara College is we're very hands-on. So our students work at the college, they create at the college, they experiment at the college, they research at the college, okay? And the school is very much ran by students and not by me. But so in that video, you'll see that there is a lot of hands-on experience going on and things like that. Why Canada? Very good question. Canada is very popular right now for international education. And through COVID, to be honest, Canada, our government has really kept its promise. So not much has changed through COVID. Students are still allowed to come to Canada. They're still allowed to learn. They're still allowed to work and things like that. So we have done a very good job as our country still welcomes international students. We have not shut the door to anyone. So many of the old immigration rules that were before COVID hit us are still exist today. Even if you are an online student and your program is online temporarily for COVID, you can still come to Canada and you can learn online from here, or you can do it from your home. So there is a lot of immigration possibilities. We are one of the only countries left in the world, and this is very important, that allows students to work. So we allow students to work while they're studying and after they're studying, okay? Not many countries do that anymore. So work and study, it's a very good possibility to end up immigrating to Canada after your studies. So a lot of possibilities for Canada for sure. College or university, very important question. So for anyone listening out there, Canadian education is very different than the United States. College and university in the United States, university is pretty much higher and college is lower, like state schools. That is not what the case is in Canada, okay? In Canada, colleges and universities are simply just different. They offer different programs, and college is a lot of vocational studies, okay? And vocational studies, if you don't know, means hands-on learning. So a lot of experiment, a lot of research, a lot of doing things in the classroom, where university is a lot more theory, which means a lot more reading books, a lot more big classrooms, big lectures, listening to professors. And what is happening in Canada over the past 10 years is businesses really are starting to only hire college students, because when they come out, they do have the hands-on experience, and university students do not. So vocational learning is very popular in Canada right now, especially among businesses looking to hire students. I will tell you that I graduated from a degree in Canada and I could not find a job. I actually went back to college and studied a postgraduate program in international business, and that hands-on experience got me my job at the college 12 years ago. So I've been here a long time, but yeah, the in-class experience is what companies are looking for, okay? And like you said, they're work-ready graduates. So our students are ready to go in and do the job as soon as they get there. They don't have to be trained in things like this. So this is why companies really like having students that are ready right out of college. Why choose Niagara? There's many reasons. I mean, I chose Niagara. I live in Niagara. I was born in Niagara. It's a beautiful place to live. But why choose the college? So number one, kind of in my job, is we are very diversified. So we have students from 110 different countries, okay? This is very important for your learning. So in a classroom, it's not going to be all students from India or all students from China or all students from the Philippines. It's going to be a mix of students, okay? So it's very important for us to be as diverse as we can, all right? Another good thing is the government really invests a lot of money in the college system. So $64 million in the last 5 years. Colleges, because they are hands-on learning, have pretty much state-of-the-art and up-to-date equipment and all of that things. There's not many places on our campuses that are old. They're all pretty much brand new. So big important numbers here is 7,000 plus students engage in practical work experience. So that means that students actually work at real jobs during their programs, which is very important nowadays. So you will have experience working at an actual job. Once again, our students, we do a lot of research, okay? So we are #1 Canadian research college in Canada. We do have a huge research center which our students work at and our students take part in, okay? And this research center is basically when companies in Canada, they come and they need something developed, or they need us to help them with efficiencies or anything like that. What we do is we will research it for them, well, students will, and we will actually present it back to the company and help solve their problems and make them more efficient. Okay, so this is probably the best stat for an international student to have. And 9 out of 10 students from Niagara College that graduate get a job. Okay, great number, 90%. But for international students, and I will say this, it is within 6 months of graduation that is just as important to you. Okay, so 9 out of 10 graduates get a job, which good, but international students have to do it quickly. They're not like Canadian students where they can graduate and go and travel and live off their parents' money for a year, right? So international students need to get a job right after college. So 9 out of 10 of our students graduate, they get jobs within 6 months of graduation. So right away, you're getting that experience that you need towards PR and things like that. So it's very important to get employed quickly. And at Niagara College, our students do. They get employed right after they graduate, 9 out of 10 of them, which is an awesome number. Okay, speaking about jobs, I'm all about jobs today. We have the largest number of on-campus corporations in Canada, which means that we have businesses on campus that are open to the public. So people can come and dine at our restaurant, which our chefs work there, our student chefs work there. People can come to our winery or our greenhouses. All of our students work in there. We do have a brewery. Yes, we have one of the only teaching breweries in Canada, and we're the first teaching winery in Canada. So all of these means jobs for students, okay? So when you're on campus, you can come and you can work in all these different areas, which we have the most in Canada. And the government does let you work unlimited on campus hours, okay? I mean, I don't know if you want to do full-time study and work 60 hours a week, but if you're working for an on-campus corporation, then you can work more than 20 hours a week, which is very important. So lots of jobs on campus for sure. Now, the Niagara region just outside of Toronto, I said, it is home to some big corporations outside of Niagara College, all right? So we have GM here. GE just built a big plant right near the campus. Ford is here. Post Cereal is here, okay? Bosch Rexroth, which is a huge global company. John Deere as well. And of course, what we do forget about is we are very close to the United States border. We're about 10 minutes away. So that is just full of jobs in trade and border and immigration and things like that, okay? So a lot of Canadian government jobs are located in Niagara as well because we are so close to the border. And of course, we are very famous because of our huge waterfall. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. Niagara Falls is also about 5 to 10 minutes away from our campuses. And they are home to huge hotels by Hilton, Sheraton, Falls View, things like that, okay? So lots of jobs in tourism. There is no problem getting jobs for the hospitality tourism sector. The Niagara region. I've lived here, great place to live. we are kind of in between all big major cities, okay? So we're about an hour from Toronto. We're about 6 hours drive from New York City. We're about 4 hours drive from Chicago, things like that. So we're in a really good location. We're very close to the United States border. We're almost the southernmost part of Canada, so it does get quite warm in the summer here. And it's a beautiful location. I always got to show a picture of Niagara Falls. This is the Canadian side of the falls. The American side is over to the left, but it's kind of small and ugly, so we don't show it. We show the big Canadian side, but there you go. So you can live and go to school probably 5 to 10 minutes away from this picture right here. Okay, so like I said, living in Niagara, it's beautiful, but there's a lot to do. It's a busy place, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, lots of places to work, lots of places to go hiking, biking, golf, whatever you want. So, I mean, the big reason why I travel the world, but I love coming back home to Niagara because there's so much to do in the winter and the summer. And the best part of it all is why we have a lot of students coming to our campus from all different countries, to be honest, is lower cost of living. So we are close to Toronto, but we're not too close. So to live in Niagara, it's about half the cost to live in the big cities in Canada, which is really important to students. So they can come to Niagara, they can live in a nice house with a bigger yard for half the cost, but they can still get to Toronto and things in about an hour and 10 minutes by the bus. We actually have a bus that comes right on our campus every hour that goes to Toronto. So you don't need to live there. You can live in a nice place for less money. And yeah. So without further ado, I will go through all of our academic programs, but I'm not going to go through every one. We do have over 100 academic programs. If you do have questions about anyone specifically, I can, I'll leave my email and you can email me after, okay, directly. This is a very important slide for me. Like I said before, in Canada to get a job, you do not have to have a 4-year bachelor degree. 4-year bachelor degrees, they're good, but students don't need to pay for 4 years of school to get a good job. We have programs that are 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and 4 year, okay? So to be totally honest with you, if you come and you have a 2-year program, that's all you're going to need because you get the experience that you need in those 2 years. You get work experience, you get in-class experience. So as you saw, 9 out of 10 of our students get hired after they graduate right away. And those are 2-year diploma students. So the bachelor degree it's nice to have, but sometimes you don't need it. And I mean, could be 2 or 3 extra years of school that you really didn't need in the first place, okay? Environmental becoming very, very popular programs for us. As you know, we have a greenhouse. We live in the escarpment, which is a protected biosphere. So the Canadian government does put a lot of money into the environment in Canada. There's lots of good jobs, and we do have the programs to fill those jobs for sure. Business and hospitality is kind of what we're known for because we live in Niagara Falls. It's Canada's #1 tourist destination. So if you go anywhere and you ask any of our partners or anyone and you're interested in studying business and hospitality or culinary in Canada, they're probably going to send you to our way. We are very famous for all of these programs, including culinary, which I should get to next. So the media division holds all of our computer and computer programming, but one popular program that we are seeing a lot of international students from now is our broadcasting in radio, television, and film. Our students work in Hollywood, they work in Toronto, they work for major sports franchises, things like that. So we are seeing a lot of international students with interest in the broadcasting program for sure. Once again, all of this, if I'll give you my email if you want more information. I do have brochures and things where I can send you all of the different programs and you can get really in-depth information. You can even get a syllabus from one of the classes in the program. So I'll put my email in just after this. We also have an English program, so it is academic English. It's rigorous, so you wouldn't need an IELTS or a TOEFL or a Duolingo. You could come and join us for English before you start studying, and then that would lead you right into our programs without having to take the testing. Also, you can email me if you have any specific questions on ESL, okay? Housing. As I said, Niagara is a lot cheaper. So if a lot of students, they will move in with friends once they get here. And prices range from $400 to $1,000 per month. I would say if you're renting a house with your friends, it's probably about $550, $600 Canadian a month. That's very cheap. Another program we have that we're very proud of, and the one that I recommend to any international student, is called Landing Pad. So what this is you arrive to Canada, you live with a family, you have your own room and things like that. They provide you food for at least 1 month, okay? That's 700 Canadian dollars. And that's including food, which is a really good price. And what that does is in the month, if you enjoy living with the family, you can keep living with the family for the year, or I mean, you can go after that and rent one of your places. But I do recommend this to international students because at least you're not going to an empty room as soon as you get here. You're going to a nice warm family home. You can see what you like. During the 1 month, you can go out and you can look at places for yourself to rent. So you're not doing it online and you have no surprises. So I really do recommend that. It's a good program. We do have scholarships. We do have special scholarship for Turkey, okay? So we'll give you $2,000 if you're from Turkey and you're coming to Canada. You'll get $1,000 for coming and attending the college. And then if you get an 80+ average in your first semester here, we'll give you another $1,000. So you could end up with $2,000 just for holding a Turkish passport. So great opportunities for scholarships here. If you do want to hear student testimonials from all programs, you can check out #MyNCStory, specifically on YouTube, and you will see videos of students that were actually in culinary program, broadcasting program, business programs. They're short interviews, so if you're interested in a specific program, check out MyNCStory, and you'll find your program you're interested there, and you can hear from a live student on their experience. That's it for me. I'm going to go back and take some questions now. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom and take some questions. So it looks like I don't have any questions. I had someone say they couldn't hear me. I hope that was resolved. All right, if there's no questions, I don't, oh, sorry, wrong chat. There are questions, perfect. All right, so I'll go to the bottom and start there. Do certificate programs offer postgraduate work after graduation? Excellent question. Yes, they do. So I did a postgraduate program in international business. So what a lot of students will do is, as long as you study for 2 years in Canada, right now it doesn't matter what program you study in. So for example, a student will come, say in September 2021, they will start the International Business Management Program, which is 1 year postgraduate certificate. Okay, after they complete that program, they will do another postgraduate one-year program. Okay, so those two combined equals 2 years of study, and there you're still eligible for 3 years of work after that. Plus, you get the experience of 2 different programs in Canada. Many of our students do this. Okay, so really look into that. Just gonna put my email in the chat first before I forget. Back to the questions. So yes, or if you do want to do just one certificate, that's 1 year of study, then you're eligible for 1 year of work, but you can link 2 of them together and be eligible for the full 3 years. Hi, thank you for your time. No problem at all. Scholarship opportunities and criteria. So scholarships, basically for international students, we do have entrance scholarships, which I showed you is $2,000 up front. And most of our scholarships after that is when you're in Canada. And there are honestly so many scholarship opportunities when you get to Canada that I can't list here. Some are depending on volunteers, some are depending on grades, some are depending on sports. So once you get to school, and usually a lot of those scholarships are on not on your high school or your previous education's grades. They are on the grades that you had at Niagara College. So you kind of get a fresh start. But yes, there's lots. I think in September, we gave out $500,000 to international students in scholarships. So they're there for sure. What happens if you fail a course 3 times? So if you fail a course 3 times, to be honest with you, it's up to your dean. So you won't be kicked out, but they will have meetings with you. They'll ask you what's wrong. They'll try to get you on a better course. You will have to retake the course, but it's all up to the dean in the academic area. It's pretty hard to get totally kicked out of any program. So we do care for our students. So we're gonna work with you as best we can, okay? So master's programs, so when we're talking master's in college, we're talking postgraduates. Basically, you're looking at a 6.5 IELTS or a Duolingo score of 125. And I will tell you right now, because of COVID, we are temporarily accepting Duolingo, which I would suggest right now because we are accepting it definitely for September 2021. Yes, you can get 1 year. You're eligible for 1 year postgraduate work permit after a certificate program. But as I said, I would recommend putting 2 of those together and getting 3 years of work after. Sorry, Ellie, if we don't have a master's in occupational health and safety. So it is possible to transfer credits for sure from your bachelor degree. It's called advanced standing, and you would have to email me for the details. It is a little bit of a longer process, but it is possible. We see it from students all the time for sure. What are the admission requirements for Niagara College? It's a very good question. So all colleges in Canada, we decided a long time ago that we are not going to be biased based on grades. And what that means is most of our programs, you just have to have completion. So for our undergraduate programs, most of them, you just have to complete high school. We don't look at GPAs or anything like that. And then you need the IELTS scores. So and for our degree programs, most of them, you just need to complete the degree, okay? So we're not really looking at GPAs as much. The most important is you pass those English tests, okay? We can teach you everything else, but we can't teach you the English at the same time. How much for a single year in post-grad? Good question. So our tuition rates are on our website, but to be totally honest, altogether to live as a student, to eat, to go to school, books, everything together, you're looking at about 30,000 Canadian dollars. per year per student, and that would include your tuition. Okay, so it is very affordable. Part-time job in Canada, if you work while you study, you could probably make about half of that back by working. So yeah, it's very affordable and things like that. If you're looking at a bigger city like Toronto or Vancouver, you're looking at about 60,000 Canadian dollars, so about double, to be honest. Okay, so I don't see any more questions, and I will wrap this up. I would like to thank my hosts for having me on here and taking care of me, and thank all of you for the questions. My email is in the chat. If you have any specific questions, pop me an email. 24 hours later, you should get an answer, I hope. One more question. What does one-year diploma include co-op? No, that's okay. So send me an email. About 90% of our programs include a co-op or a work placement, okay? So the answer probably could be yes, but it depends on the program. Requirements for international business management, 6.5 IELTS or 125 Duolingo, and any completed degree or diploma in your home country. Okay, so pretty simple. Anyway, thank you all, and once again, feel free to reach out and email me, and have a great weekend. I miss Istanbul. I used to go there about 4 or 5 times a year. It's a great city, but unfortunately, we're all locked down in our home countries right now. Thank you, and have a great day.
Yes, thank you, Matthew, for your presentation. We believe it was a really comprehensive webinar, and you answered all of the questions. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Niagara College ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Matthew'un paylaşmış olduğu mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda sizi 7'deki webinarımıza da davet etmek isteriz. Thank you very much again, Matthew. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks. Is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up?
Thank you. Stay safe. Have fun. Be healthy. See you later.
Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.